I had a very providential thing happen. I was in Houston in March of last year, not for a baseball-related thing. I was there for my wife's sister's husband had a surprise 40th. So we went to that party. We were staying at the Marriott Marquis downtown, which is right across from the baseball stadium. And I didn't even look, but the Astros were home playing the Orioles. We went to the bar. After we got back, I got some wings, a beer. I'm standing there with my wife. There's screens all over the hotel bar for the Astros game, which was just ending. And I start kind of talking to a guy next to me, which, I mean, I'm pretty social, pretty outgoing, but it was a little bit unexpected. And as it turns out, he's the number 3 person at Scott Boris's firm. Scott Boris is the number 1 baseball agent. Mm-hmm. He has, I think, the top 5 free agents last year were Boris clients, including Juan Soto. And we had not announced anything. We were in our due diligence phase at that point, and I asked him about expansion, and he said, well, Nashville and Salt Lake City are pretty well positioned, and the league's, I think, looking favorably on both those bids. And I said, well, this is incredibly coincidental, but I'm very seriously considering putting enough together for Austin. He stopped everything and looked me right in the eye, and he said, Matt, if you guys get serious and you get organized, we will help you. Every single one of our clients would rather be in Austin than Salt Lake City. And again, I'm not here to run down Salt Lake City. It's a truly lovely place, particularly in the summer. And that community has provided wonderful support for the Utah Jazz. They're one of the highest attendance teams. They had all that success where they just couldn't quite get a championship with Jordan when they had Stockton and Malone. And it's pretty clear they're supporting NHL, which is great. That's a market that should have NHL.
That's right.
Right. Kids grow up learning to skate.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And so it makes perfect sense. But again, to compare the markets is just really not serious. And so what we have to do is we have to make all the advantages Austin has matter.
Right.
We have to have them matter in the bid itself, right? So that we're getting full credit for all the strengths Austin has as a market. The growth we have, the tech community, the corporate support, the fact that the support for UT has been immense, the fact for the support for Austin FC has been immense, the plan we're putting together for the site and the way that it can succeed, combining that Austin and San Antonio market into one market, the way the Spurs have in reverse. This is the opportunity in front of us. It's really, really, really exciting, and I'm more confident now than I was when we started, and I was pretty confident when we started. There's still some variables. There's still some hurdles. There's some things we can't control, but at the risk of being corny, I will say it is time for Austin to join the big leagues.
Yeah.
Right? And it's time for us to have a top 4 sports franchise, and we're going to work like hell every day to make sure that we put forward the strongest bid possible. If they decide they want Nashville and Montreal, we'll be extremely disappointed, but we will know we did everything we could. Right. We are not going to lose because Austin didn't bid late, or didn't put a serious bid together.
Right.
We're not going to lose on that basis.
Right.
We're just constitutionally unwilling to accept that kind of scenario.